excited by the current Capcom Cup. All the action that's happened has been hyping him up, and he wants to do his very best here to get the win for the team. He knows that he has a lot of support behind him with everyone here in the arena, and he wants to use that energy to get the W here in the Street Fighter League World Championship.
さあそして忍者スインパジャマスのフェノムにも聞いていきたいと思います、ついにワールドチャンピオンシップの日が来ました。今の気持ち聞かせてください。
So you guys have arrived here at the Street Fighter League World Championship. What are your thoughts going into the first match? What's the vibe in Camp Ninja in Pyjamas right now?
It's all good vibes in the team, you know. We've been waiting for this now for a few months, and there's so many people here. I mean, this is a crazy arena. It's really hype when playing with so many people. The energy is really great. So we're excited and we're gonna do our best as always.
明らかになる時がやっと来て、この両国機関に来てくださっている方々、もう満席ですごいなんか有名でしか見れないような光景ですごいやりたがってるし、やる気満々って感じで、頑張りたいと思います。
いいですね。さあそれでは、まだリーダーに質問できるみたいなんでお話伺っていきましょうか。ではグッドエイトスカットガチ君から、はい、このまずは予選というところではありますが、はい、まあ重要であると思います。ここに向けてどういった取り組み練習してきましたか？
まあもうその、まあ、EU とアメリカのチームのキャラクターはもちろんなんですけど、まあオーダーだったりとか、まあそういう部分はすごい考えてはきましたし、まああとねストリートファイターリーグ日本で戦ってきた、他のチームの分もここで頑張り出したいなっていうのは思ってたんで、まあそういうのをちゃんと常日頃思いながら練習はしてきました。
So what are the thoughts in the qualifying rounds as everything is kicking off? You know, what's the preparation like? Is there a person or team player that you're keeping your eyes on? And he said that, yeah, obviously the character and the team order is going to play a big role. They're thinking a lot about what FlyQuest, what Ninjas in Pyjamas might bring, and that's the focus right now. So, yeah.
ちょっとガチ君の隣にすごい貫禄の方がいらっしゃるんで、この方にもすごい自信がありそうなんでお話伺えますかね。はい。
何でしょう。
今日ワールドなんですけど、はい、どうですかね。勝てそうですか。
まあ選手たちの仕上がりは上々じゃないのかなと思います。
やっぱり監督の目から見ても、
はい、僕の目から見てもかなり今年は出来がいいですね。はい。
やっぱり選手たちハードなトレーニング積んできましたかね。
そうですね。ただもうあとは信頼するだけだと思ってるんで。
ああ、もう選手たちを信じて送り出すのみ。
はい。もうあとは言うことはないです。
ありがとうございます。川野監督にもお話を伺いました。
Training with everyone, training himself and getting other players ready for the solo tournament in the 3 days leading up to this. And yeah, he doesn't really have much else to say other than he's just going to play his game. So, yeah.
そして、フェノムにもお話を伺いたいと思います。このチームメイト、強力なチームメイトいますが、自信のほどはいかがでしょうか。勝てそうですか。
So obviously in the performance that you've seen in the European Street Fighter League, you have a clear, super strong teammate. What does this do for your confidence moving forward as a team? Are you, you know, does this actually make you feel like kind of like invincible? It's kind of a weird question, but like, yeah, so what's the vibe now in terms of what other teams might bring in in their order and their character strategy?
I think our team is very complete. I think we have good character variety, and we're all very high level. So I think we're just overall a strong team, and so are the other teams as well. It's not just we that are strong. You know, our opponents are also very strong, and the US team is also very strong. So I don't think anyone is invincible, but I think as always, like I said, the one who perform their best will most likely have the best chance of winning. So I think that's the thing that we are focusing on.
ですね、まず、4人とも強いし、それで緊張感は全くなしで、これからなんか他のチームのメンバーもみんなすごい強いから、それに集中しないで、ただ自分を出したい気持ちで 頑張りたいと思います。
自分の力を出せれば勝っていると。
ですよね。それが大切ですよね。
そうですね。
はい。
さあそしてなんとまだ、お話伺っていいとのことなので、川野監督いいですか？
はい、なんでしょう。
今回のこの予選の、ヨーロッパ代表との戦い、アウェーからスタートとなるんですが、そこについてこのホームアンドアウェー戦についてはどのように見てますか？
正直厳しいなと思ってます。
それ
は
はい
ルール的に厳しいってだけであって、
はい、
力でねじ伏せればいいとは思ってるんで、ただ勝ちたいと思います。
ありがとうございます。力強いコメント。
Basically, they're going to use their skill and brute force to get through the W. So yeah, he's confident. He's very confident.
さあそしてフェノムにも伺いたいと思います。じゃあフェノムじゃなくてビッグバードに聞きましょう。このホームアンドアウェー制、今回はホームから始まりますが、ホームアンドアウェー制についてはどのように考えてますか？
So obviously there's the home and away format. You guys are starting out on the home side. How does that change things for you?
It's going to be very hard to pick our order. I mean, we don't know if we're going to start with me, Phenom, or Phenom, and then me, but home and away doesn't really change anything for us. In fact, it's actually even harder we don't like home. We don't like being home. We like being away. Because away, we just put our names, and that's it. Home, we got to think a little bit about who to play. But it doesn't really change anything for us.
でまだそのホームでフェノム先方で行くかビッグバード先方で行くかまだ決まってなくて、で逆にアウェイの方がやりやすくて名前だけなんで、
名前
はいろいろ考えなきゃいけないから作業が多くて難しいって言って。
確かに
そういう
あれだよね。アウェーの時はもう一番下にアングリーバードって書けばいいんでしょう。
アングリーバードに任せればいいからそれで済むんですよね。はい。
ありがとうございます。さあそれでは、準備できたということなので、ここで予選第1試合アウェーチーム日本代表グッドエイトスクワットのオーダーを発表したいと思います。オーダーはこちら。
Time to announce the order of the Good 8 squad on the away side.
さあ画面切り替わりますか。さあ先鋒ガチ君、ラシードクラシック、中堅ムゲラジェリークラシック、そして大将川野豪輝クラシックとなりました。
So Gachikun is going to be going first for the team, then it's Pugera second, and then Kawano is going to be stepping up for that big boss match in third.
さあこのオーダーを受けてホーム側ヨーロッパ代表忍者スインパジャマスの先方の選手のオーダーをリーダーフェノム選手に書いていただくことになります。
Alright, so the referee is now here with Ninjas in Pyjamas, and they're going to be collecting information about what their team order is going to be and the character selection. Carefully planning now, careful decision making. They've done the strategy, they've done the homework, and now it's all time to reveal everything.
まずはガチ君のラシードに対して、どのキャラクターをぶつけていくかというところになるかと思いますが、フェノムもケンであったりキャミーであったり、
そうです。
でベギーは、ザンギエフ、そして、ビッグバードがラシード、アングリーバードが、ケン、ゴーキなど。
そうですよね。
どの辺
の場合は、
はい、
ザンギエフ結構いい勝負があって、
そうですね。
ベジも出る可能性も
ありますね。
はい。
デュアルケビンがね、
はい、そうですよね。
ザンギエフ苦手っていう感じで、いつも苦しめられているというところもありましたが、
レベル2の強さはいつもの強さはないです。So we're just discussing the potential picks that the Ninjas in Pyjamas might go with. Of course, we all know that Zangief is a good character versus Rashid, so that could be an option for Veggie to step forward. But then, of course, they might go the regular format with either Phenom going first with Cammy or Big Bird going first with Rashid. It's all to play for. Will we get the mirror? Also an option. I know that Angry Bird probably won't go first. Oh, do I? I don't know. We might see Angry Bird step up and surprise them. So yeah, let's see what happens in the decision making.
さあまずこの予選では、ポイントではなく勝利数が重要になってきますので、 それぞれが戦って、大将先方中堅関係ないというところですね。1勝は1勝という形で加算されていきます。
So it's not going to be the points that decide the leaders, it's going to be the wins. Whoever's got the most wins is going to be who gets the advantage in first place.
さあそれでは準備できたようなので、こちら忍者ツインパジャマスリーダーフェノム選手より先方の選手お伝えいただきましょう。お願いします。
It looks like we're ready to reveal the Ninjas in Pyjamas team order and character selection. So let's jump into that right now with Phenom.
はい、お願いいたします。
All right, go ahead.
Yeah, the first member of Team NIP to play is me.
Phenom 選手が先方です。
さあ先方はフェノムとなりました。キャラクターと操作タイプはキャラクターだけちょっと聞いてみましょうか。
キャミーです。
キャミーで。
クラシックのキャミーです。
ああなるほど。先方はフェノム、キャミー、操作タイプはクラシックとなりました。それでは先方の両選手はスタンバイをしていただきます。
So, as you see on the screen, Phenom has gone first with Cammy in Classic. All right, players on standby, thank you.
さあそれではここからは実況席の皆さんよろしくお願いします。
これからも願っていきましょう。
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we had a fantastic time with Capcom Cup 11. Again, congratulations to Kakeru for taking the dub there and etching his name in Street Fighter 6 history. But now we have to close out this 5-day celebration with Street Fighter League World Championships, and we're kicking it off with the first seeding match here. Myself, Jammers, and Cola opening things up. Cola, talk to me. How are you feeling for this one?
Well, it's very exciting. Good to see Good 8 Squad on the stage again. They were the winners of not only Street Fighter League Japan in 2022, but also in the finale of everything. They had a rough season in the very first season of Street Fighter 6. Didn't even make it to the halfway point, but they're here. They're now after taking reject and looking very, very strong, very, very powerful. In terms of like the order, going down the list is what I expect overall. YT Mochi, you probably don't want to send up a Sim against a Cammy willingly. So I like the positioning of what they have. You know, you put Kawano, he's a clutch factor we saw in Street Fighter League Japan in the finale. There was a mistake he had against Lashar, but he proved that was not just a fluke for that win. In the end, he was able to take it. But having Pugera with JURI is an interesting pick. What do you think that might be the cause of in terms of like the selection on your side of things?
Well, because he's got an array of characters, Pugera, it's very tricky for NIP to find out exactly how to prepare for him necessarily, because he might have been the one they were least expecting, because you know who Gachikin's going to play, you know what Kawano is known for, you know that YHC Mochi has been a Dowson player for over 2 decades. Those are the easy parts.
Yeah.
They're going to have to probably learn on the fly how to adjust. But again, with the order you're seeing right here, Good 8 Squad, they are the away side, so they had to expose their roster prior the fixture. It's going to be a captaincy battle. They are both going to be in the vanguard position and leading the charge here for their respective teams. You can see it. The Moose going up against the Honest Hero here. And it was interesting because I was part of SFL EU with Damascus, Logan, and Yipe. Shouts to the Screw. Also, special shouts to F-Word. It's such a shame he couldn't be with us there, but he was watching in spirit. And listen, you heard it from Big Bird in the pre-show talk. It's just easier for your away. We just put the line up. You got to deal with it. I want to be the one causing the problems, not dealing with it. But I know NIP extremely well. I can probably predict what the order's going to be, but I'm not going to spoil the rest of it for you. So if anything, we'll just let Phenom take the charge, and hopefully the respective teammates follow suit.
Now, on paper, I think he should be taking the charge quite a bit. I feel like he's going to be a very important part. Over in Street Fighter League Japan Finals, Cammy was such a big problem for a lot of these characters. Rashid is definitely one of those matchups that I feel like Cammy loves to fight, along with Sim, along with Bison. But that's why we saw Pugera come out with the DJ to try to fight that and combat that. So again, as you mentioned, Pugera was kind of like that question mark who's going to come with. He's going to have a secondary selection to fight for Cammy. That was a big part of why they were able to make it through against Reject.
We'll come on to Pugera in a second because he is the enigma of this whole fixture in general, but let's focus on the captains here as well. Let's forget, because you did bring it up, right? Good 8 Squad, they have won a Street Fighter League championship before. But guess what? Phenom's actually a 2-time SFL EU champion. He done it first with Nordavin.
True.
And then he went and done it with NIP. And listen, you thought your phone upgrade was good. Let me tell you about the team selection for the upgrade, as you can see it with Big Bird and Angry Bird. Dominated Street Fighter League Europe for very good reason here. And hopefully, in front of this massive crowd of the Japanese audience, they can see at large how formidable NIP is as a whole. The guys are coming in. Ladies and gentlemen, the first fixture is going down here. It will be the Moose going up against the Honest Hero. The man that is a paragon of fundamentals going up against one of the strongest machines we've seen in the Street Fighter competitive era. Game 1, let's kick it off.
Slightly similar in styles. You know, Gachikun more of a defensive sort of Rashid player. Loves to initiate with fireballs, with the perfect parry was there. Phenom was aware of how Gachikun would like to play. Started with the fireballs, and that's getting defeated already. Already up in the corner with that strike, though, which Cammy loves to do.
Oh, misses the combo there, but he's going to get a conversion into the Eagle Spike. And one of the things I really love about Gachikun is his frame kills as a Rashid specialist. So keep an eye on how tight his execution will be. Fantastic perfect parry. Situational awareness on the different version of the Arabian Cyclone. And punishes accordingly there, Phenom.
Better have that. I mean, you got a Rashid on your team. It makes sense. Gachikun is going to have to present something a little bit different. I think he is a little bit more on the fireball sort of gameplay, trying to initiate a little bit before he walks him down. I think maybe Big Bird's a little bit more active. As Gachikun does so, he is getting walked to the corner. Phenom going to lame this out. Ooh, he tapped the parry. Maybe that's for a little bit later on.
And this is where the neutral is a little bit tricky, right? Because if you force Rashid to play fundamentally, he does get exposed in a couple of areas there, which Phenom is trying to look for a whiff punish when need be. But that's why Gachikun's being extremely patient and not wasting any space or any time. You can see it there. No button press, no whiffs.
As you see, as this match goes on, level 2 already built up.
Big
Looking for a heavy kick. Maybe that was commitment against the crushing kick that he thought he saw or could come through. Preemptiveness does not work out here. Phenom's got to lead that lame style. He'll be working out, pecking away.
Charges up the whirlwind shot. Going to use the air current to close the distance as well, so he can get a button in there, and he's going to get a conversion into the Eagle Spike again. Tried to get Phenom to shimmy, but he didn't take the bait. And fantastic discipline there from Phenom on defense, taking that first round.
15 seconds. Beautiful stuff from Phenom to lame him out. And playing in the jungle that Gachikun would like to play. You know, slowly walking him down, footsie-based style. You know him for it. Counter combo off the light starter. Ends it with the Oki. Gets a crouch fierce all in the gutty works. Ends it with the DP. Damage is racking up here. Phenom now pressing the issue as he smells blood.
There you go. Crouching medium punch that counter hit, but he couldn't get a conversion there, Phenom. So he's just going to wait for one button to connect so that he can get a combo into that level 3, because he is firing on all cylinders. But there's going to be a counter hit with that punish counter drive impact. And we're going to get frame kill there. Can he get a grab? Not quite. He did have the frame advantage, but there's that grab I was looking for. And he's going to do a wake-up Delta Red Assault. Survey says, as Yites would say, because I'm actually not sure about this one.
Hey, still alive. But good to not use the OD, so that's more to play with. OD
he can't call the tornado. He can't call the tornado.
OD dive kick. I think he's probably looking for that intention, right? At that spacing. Probably a fireball would have came out. Still committed to get the dive kick to get the first kill. First game here to Phenom.
Now, there are a couple of characters that really are a nightmare to Rashid, and I know Gachikun has put in extensive work in this matchup in particular, outside of one or two other characters. And just to give you a fun fact, when you check people's CFNs and see what they invest the most hours into, I believe Gachikun has the highest amount of practice hours with over 2.5K.
Oh, he's a real one.
That was the last time I checked. He's playing Rashid, so you do need to do it overtime with no extra pay.
Yeah. Well, hold on now. Let's relax on that. You definitely get quite a bit of extra pay when you play this character, especially with that level 2 when you have the secret sauce with that.
Show me your pay slip.
Hey, relax. You know, all I'm saying is, I'm not going to bitch my character. Anyway, ODDP last season would have been a bust out to a side switch, so Phenom has to work a little bit harder right now. And there is the whip punish, looking for that crouching kick now. Gachikun pressing issue. The OD dive kick against a throw. Fantastically done. We'll go back to mid-screen.
Oh, we've already seen significant improvements there from Gachikun's neutral, being a little bit more faster, more elusive, what we know Rashid for. And he gets that perfect parry punish into the spiral arrow there, St. Cola.
Hey, careful now. Stand medium, trying to find that nice close range, commit to that forward medium punch.
Level 2.
Unfortunate, dump out the bar.
And he went for a level 1 instead, because spin drive smasher should close it out. He was firmly aware, and he believes that he only needed the super art 1 to close that one out. And Gachikun is falling behind Cola.
Oh, look at that walk-up jab again. Has initiated that lame style, and now he gets to confidently walk forward with these jabs and mediums. Perfect parry is there. Let's get the knockdown, dash up, medium
Tornado's
slide.
coming. Yeah, the tornado's coming.
Got to. Make it safe and solid.
Well,
the Windy City Kid.
That's the only time he's had to call it thus far anyway. Phenom's going to handle this really well, and he's just going to have to block and replenish some drive gauge. And he's going to try and set up the safe jump here. This is important. And he gets it. Safe jump coming. Oh, empty jump low instead. He's got another opportunity here, so if Phenom gets this wrong, that's going to be the round. Is it high or low?
Mix up. Oh, he blocks out, but the shimmy, the finesse, and plus will put him to rest. Fantastically done. Has been saucing up the corner with a lot of these throws, and then ends out the strongest mix in the world, strike and throw.
I'm telling you, man, that is one of Rashid's strongest traits, that float Oki in the situation in the corner there. But he has to take you to the corner because the magic only happens for Rashid in the corner.
That's true.
He can take you there with one combo, but he has to do a little bit of work to get there in the first place. Gets another punish counter dive kick there in the neutral to Phenom.
That's a throw. Gotcha with the driver's forward, heavy kick.
Got him.
Shimmy.
Tornado's coming again. He's going to call it again.
Yeah, you're right, you're right. Get that proper knockdown. Not as easy to do as in previous seasons, so you have to make sure that you do it properly and correctly.
Burn him out.
Oh, yeah, he does. As you mentioned, has the enhancement still. The throw, he'll take this.
Here comes the pressure. You got to hold the string. And the nasty drive impact reset. And Gachikun finds a way to equalize here for Good 8 Squad. Again, the captaincy doing his duties and saying, we are not going down without a fight. This is only the first fixture today, Cole.
Yeah. It's so exciting. My heart is pounding. Honestly, I like the way that Gachikun's playing this. You know, you mentioned the footsie game not being so strong for the side of Rashid. He's got to use a little bit more drive gauge compared to other characters, and the way that you can walk down people with Cammy makes it very difficult. However, on the reverse side of things, Gachikun is making the most out of every interaction. Knock down a level 2, as we mentioned, to make sure it's true. Make sure you can actually get that down and take it to the corner and erase the drive gauge.
Well, let's pay attention to how Gachikun has made the micro adjustments to send Phenom into the corner and then make him guess with all the frame kills, all the setups here, because Phenom's actually been handling himself well. But when he's put in the corner against Rashid, that's when the million-dollar question is being asked. He's going to get a punish counter throw fortuitously. Nice check.
Yeah, that jab has been doing wonders right now. Gets a counter combo. Very good stuff here for Phenom. Playing a little bit more on the lamer side, back to the basics.
Oh, he tried to get the TK Arabian Sky High there, but Phenom shut him down and sweated him back on the floor.
Hey,
and that is going to be good damage here. Just end it with the cannon spike. That's correct.
Delay a little bit. Could have finished the job, but the heavy kick will still be jail, no bail. Walling him out, not letting him leave.
Like we said, no wasted air, no pun intended, no wasted movements here for Gachikun, and he's going to get another whip punish across the screen. And he gets a delay. That is perfect against defensive dive kicks. Delayed crouch medium punch from Rashid is perfect against Cammy's wake-up dive kick on defense.
I think Gachikun has that answer. Had the pick up 2 as well. Gets the counter off that crouching jab for the crouching medium kick to Link. Like mixer. Is time a throw? Yes, sir. Makes sense.
Good call, Cola. And then this time he changes it up because the dive kick has been stopped before. And a perfect parry into the conversion. Will close it out with a crouching heavy punch. And boy, he is going down and making sure Phenom works for this win.
Got him sweating. I like that. Again, crouch block and the crouch medium kick has been hit continuously. I haven't seen Phenom be able to expose those toes continuously. No whip punish, but will finally find the entry point right here. Target combo, spiral arrow. Waits for a little bit, tries to go for the throw. No back throw happening here.
Good back. Here comes the tornado. He's got to call it again. He's got to call it again.
My win condition, go!
Just waiting it out. He might have to actually just deplete the drive gauge. Yeah, just take the drive gauge damage and a back throw there. That worked out for Phenom here.
Right. And again with the drive rush, gets a throw right after. Drive bar so far, well spent here for Phenom. Burns himself out, but knows if he can get a significant conversion right now, put this man close to that door. Now definitely, I think with a big jump, it could be able to get the win.
He's coming again. It's going to come again.
Another one.
He's got to hold it. If he gets grabbed after the tornado, he might be screwed.
Oh no,
yeah. Okay, he's going to, don't kick at him, please don't.
Chill,
he knows it as well because the level 3's there.
Yeah, you're right. Could bust through. Enhancement.
Oh, and he got him! He got him! He got him to flinch! And he's going to convert into the EX Minute mixer there, and he was almost down for the count, but the captain of Good 8 Squad sets precedence here, and a fantastic example to lead the charge and put these guys in prime position to sit pretty in the grand finals.
They've been on this stage before. They've got rings on their left fingers. They want them on their right. And what a good fight, though, here for Gachikun again. As you had mentioned, it's the corner where he's making his money. Not trying to be funny or anything like that, but some real deal stuff. You see the mix-ups continuously off Arabian Cyclone, what he's doing off of level 2. stealing the drive gauge to be like, if I can't kill you with this level skill, I'll steal your drive gauge. Maybe I'll make you pensive and set up for things later on. In the first of 2 set, very well done. The quick adjustments and quick kills.
Let's take a look back at what transpired during that set there. Phenom, fantastic start, but again, it's not about how you start, it's how you finish. Handled the neutral really well, but again, he was getting a lot of defensive dive kicks to connect. He was whiff punishing things where Gatchikan was whiffing here and there. He played solid. He played by the book, Phenom. Nothing wrong, but like we said, where Rashid shines, where he excels is in the corner. So then you just pay attention to how Gatchikan was changing up his spatial awareness, getting those conversions to the Eagle Spike, and then say, hey, I got a bunch of frame kills. Do you remember all my frame kills that set me up for the ideal frame advantage?
Exactly.
I'm not sure. Then tested it. And then again, you don't want to deal with Rashid's throw loop, but also if you whiff a grab, he's got all that dry gauge to set up the nasty safe jump that's got 20 different ways into it, right?
Yeah, that's a good point you bring up about the drive gauge. Just in general, he had so much when he was in the corner, built some up at level 2, or if we took him there, he would already have a lot built up, and this was a beautiful perfect parry. I feel like there's a couple perfect parries that were happening in this instance to disallow Phenom to get that comfortability in the neutral, swinging back with stand medium kick, and what a shimmy right there to end things off. It all worked out. Gatchikan's corner pressure, and with the Frankels, as you mentioned, put Phenom on the back foot. You know, Gatchikan's a big lab rat. You mentioned that he is constantly training. If you check his CFN stats, he is there. Many of us aren't, but he is. But look at what the reward is. The first win to Good 8 squad. Again, they've been on that stage. They're hungry for another success right here. And riding the wins right now of success. It's looking a little dicey, but we'll see. Bugera is up next. We'll see who they send up against him. Who do you call up against a JURI?
If I know NIP,
okay, if you know,
they're going to send a certain specialist up there. The robot might be in reserve. We might have to make sure the batteries are fully charged for that anchor match, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it here. They are just making sure that everything is ready on the stage. Make sure you tweet out the stream, everyone. Twitch.tv/CatComFighters and let everybody know that Street Fighter League World Championships is on. Remember, Street Fighter League US, their team is going to be playing very shortly as well, because we need to crown the ultimate champion of the Street Fighter League as a whole.
Ultimate champion. After how many fantastic moments we've had League around the world, how many blow-ups and upsets and things that we did expect to happen, all that occurring to this, culminating to right here, right now, especially for Street Fighter Japan. Just speaking about like how we've had so many different new players and things coming through. Even though Good 8 squad was the one that took in the end, there were moments where even both squads, in terms of like the divisions, kind of dicey for like the top level of play, or should I say the teams in general. So it's great to see like this is it. This is what we get for the ending. We have a lot of variation for the characters, the players, stuff like that as well. A lot of storylines that are behind this. For EU, as you mentioned, for Japan, for US, we'll get into that when we get into that. But I'm excited to see, even coming up next, what Bugera plays. If the JURI doesn't work out, maybe he'll switch to the Bison. Maybe he'll go to the DJ. Who knows what this guy's got?
Well, this is the thing, right? We were actually basically repeating this over and over again during the group stages and yesterday, right? If you just look at how Season 2 started leading up to this point, how people have dropped certain characters, acquired certain characters, and changing as a solo specialist, people adding to their arsenal of characters like Mena RD, for a good example. Bugera was another one I wasn't sure about because he's the one I researched the least, because the last time I was checking, he was pretty active, like you said, with the Dictator. Yeah. But we're seeing JURI on the roster here. So he's going to start off with this. Now, again, this is a best of 3, 10 pointers, but it's all about the wins here. They need the big wins. And you have to remember, you can't necessarily, it's not a solo endeavor anymore. You have to think about the team. So 10 points won for you is 10 points for a collective as a team.
That's true.
Boost morale, but also this roster here with Ninjas in Pyjamas, even if you drop 10 points, there's confidence there with the guys, and it's like, hey, we can bring this back. A little bit of extra work, but it's not over. Listen, it's not over until it says victory on one of the respective sides.
I agree. I think there's an element, though, of like, you want everything to be as picture perfect as possible. It'll never be like that, but you want as many points as possible, as many wins as possible. It comes down to that differential where you have to go up against another team. At the very end, when we calculate everything, you don't want to be hoping and praying to whatever's up there that you make it through. But, as you mentioned, sometimes you want to try some things out. I think Bugera being up here in the second position is fine. He's got the variance of the characters. I wouldn't put him in anchor. I put Kawano there. I think he's more clutch. I think first to 3.
That makes sense.
I think overall, for the way he wants to play on defense with bust outs and things like that, give him a little more time to shine. And like a first to 3 makes more sense than a first to 2. And that guy, I think, riding off that big win against Reject, against Lashar twice, is a pivotal point. But again, I got to give big love to Bugera. I keep talking about him because this guy is a big reason of why they won that finals, coming out with the DJ, countering the Cammy, and being just a pivotal point of like shooing away that character from certain moments and certain matchups and things like that, and clutching out in the very end. I feel like 70% was of him. You
You
know?
also have to remember, right, when it comes to Street Fighter League, just in general, respective leagues or the World Championships, some people do fear certain positions.
Right. Oh,
I
you're
don't
right.
really like the middle position because if my teammate loses, I have to kind of pick up and there's a little bit more pressure on me. And then again, if that doesn't work out, then the anchor guy has immense pressure trying to bring it back. Or he's supremely confident saying, look, I can clean up your mess.
Hit him with a nah, I'd win.
Well, this is it, right? And then you can even say the Vanguard position is absolutely hellish because you're like, I got to set the tone.
Yeah.
If I don't set a good tone, what's going to happen, right?
Yeah.
So this is what's going to be interesting. And it will be...
We'll see.
Yeah, it should be... we should be getting the next match sorted. We're just waiting for our Japanese compadres over there. But we should be expecting to go back to the main stage. Are we go back to the main stage now? Perfect.
All right, let's go
back
there.
to the main stage.
For the second match, the player that we will send up, his name is Big Bird.
Okay, the biggest of birds coming out to play. Looking to put this Pugera into the nest. Now, it makes sense, you know, every time I talk to just Kid or Jack, whoever it will be for him, back when he was having troubles in the mirror match, he wanted to pick Rashid and fight that character. It's not like a desperate match. Actually, you know what? Let me not speak as a Rashid player, because you are the resident Rashid player out here. You see this match, do you like fighting JURI?
Who?
You.
Rashid? Me?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
You're talking to the wrong
Hold
guy,
on, now
bro.
we played at EWC, you were playing a little bit more Rashid than a cool.
You're talking to the wrong guy, bro. I was always a my player. What are you talking about?
Oh, about that. What do you think about this matchup, though?
It was one of the more annoying ones when I was trying to actively play Rashid and, you know, cosmically failed.
Really?
But it's because the Fireball has such horizontal dominance. JURI is great at monopolizing the screen. And this is another character that Rashid is going up against someone that's got exceptional buttons in the neutral, whether you use Drive Rush to enhance the frame rate or the movement or not, right?
Okay.
And then she has pretty solid counters to what Rashid does, and she's very good at harassing her opponents, whether it be mid-screen or the corner here. But Big Bird, I just like the fluidity in his gameplay and how he's got a healthy mindset towards competing in good matchups, bad matchups. He'll tell you which ones are the unfavorable ones.
Oh, yeah, yeah. He'll be
And
honest.
he had this problem with last season in Group B, Capcom Cup. I think Nephew and Despair King were there.
Yeah, you're
I think they were the
right.
two JURI players, so it was a little bit of a tall order. But everyone has accumulated a year's extra worth of experience. So now you can categorize different play styles. You have an understanding of the movement in the matchup, and then you've got understanding of the drive system a little bit better. So I think he can be pretty good here. And of course, like you said, the significant advantage both of these two teams had is they got the insider scoop. They got the 4-on-1s of Rashid's.
Oh, yeah.
Big Bird will break down Gachikin's playstyle and the character to his teammates, and obviously Gachikin will go and talk to Good 8 squad there. So there's nothing you can really surprise them with if we're talking about Rashid mechanically, and he's a mechanically laid character.
Yeah.
You have to, as a team, because remember, it's Big Bird versus Pugera, but it could be Big Bird versus Good 8 squad as a whole.
Right. There's a team element, as you mentioned, and that's been a big thing for League. If you don't chill with your team, you're not going to make it through. If you don't have faith in your team in terms of who's going up and such, you're not going to make it through. If you're not going to listen to advice, the right kind of advice, be able to have an honest conversation, you're not going to make it through.
Well, listen, I think you and I both know, any kind of relationship you have, whether it's business, personal, if you can't communicate, we ain't going nowhere. We ain't going nowhere. And listen,
Stay at the start.
It makes so much sense when you have these difficult conversations, these strategy meetings, and whatnot to get it going. But hey, we're getting down to the second fixture here. It's time for the business. Will Big Bird be able to equalize for Team NIP, or will Pugera put these guys in a favorable position? And he's making a facial expression of something he'd do with the camera anyway. I'm loving this guy already.
The Cosmic Buster going up against the biggest of birds. Start with the JURI. We'll see if he needs to switch or if this is the right pick.
All right.
The crouch fears, yeah, trying to inch forward with that crouching middle kick. I wonder what, I was about to say, when that crouching middle kick is going to ring true here for Bugera, her best button, if not, you know, at that top spot. Catching the walk backs, but we're wise with the perfect parry. Knockdown sweep, side switch, gets the counter and overhead.
Ooh, damn, that was great. You can set up that safe jump from pretty much anywhere and any given situation. Good delayed throw tech there from Pyjama, but he gets the jump in. And I'm going to be worried about the jumping heavy punch against spinning mixer specifically at certain angles for Big Bird, because that will give Pyjama an abundance of damage if he finds the opportunity, Cola.
Yeah, it's true. Very hard to deal with. The sweep, excuse me, as A would punish against the stand fierce. He's hunting for that fireball, dash up. Nothing big right here. Keep him locked up at the corner as much as possible.
Both guys cannot whiff a button right now. Gets the delayed crouching medium punch, and is he going to set up something nasty? No, he's not. And he tried to get, and that's going to close it out.
Punish! Not only did he avoid it, he bound a punish and gets it before medium punch gets an instant overhead.
Most people would wait for JURI to land, try and get that punish counter. He was laser sharp and got the conversion, but Pyjama is going to call the super art one, get the forward dash, and then set up some Oki. Oh, he's just going to walk instead. He's close to the corner anyway, so that's fine. Oh, that hit!
Dive kick! Maybe try to call it a fireball. I don't know, but it works out here for Pyjama. Maybe Cyclone, delays the light, opens up the crouching light kick, drive rush right after it for the knockdown, frame kill for the throw right after. Momeo.
Careful of the anti-throw tool. And he's going to get another throw here is Big Bird. Nice delay there.
Hey, back throw. Get a counter hit. So he's got bar at the bottom. Another level 1. No, he got the drive gauge to get it done. Everapple triggering those big heavy punches with the crouch fist in there. Pyjama ties it up.
You have to be confident, man. After that accidental throw there for Pyjama, he was confident he could take that round. Then another sweep with punish here. Keeping it simple before he builds on that momentum is Big Bird. There, that's what I was talking about before.
The bane of every Rashid player right there. A jump in.
Mate, I've seen the storyline with Gachikin and his anti-airs throughout Season 1. That was traumatizing. And he's going to get a conversion here.
Yeah, that crouch middle kick is such a good stop sign tool. One of the farthest reaching in the business. The back though, could that happen? He will go for level 2. He does. It's time to activate.
Okay.
Slow the man down.
Well, the air current's still there, and he can get a big punish. That's huge, because he did commit to the amplified spinning mixer here, and your reward, good sir, is going to get comboed into JURI Super Art 3. And if you guess wrong from this, he can take one grab. If you guess wrong, you're done. Oi.
Oh, he said, I'm not taking nothing. No DP. Give me some distance, some room to breathe. The fireballs to lock him down. Big Bird a little more active with those projectile slight walk back. Gets it with punish, gets a drive rush medium.
That impeccable spacing there, and he's going to do the dual Kevin to close the distance, but he's burnt himself out. He's burnt himself out, and I actually think he walked away, but he did it to anticipate something else. And as
out of the light mixer right there at the perfect time to get a punish, having good wherewithal also to go with the throws and kind of hold things every so often up in the corner where other people might have faltered. Pyjama so far with a game, and you see the team conversing with Big Bird every so often. Let's see if he can lock in and clock in.
Oh, okay. Just a short intermission here.
A little bit of popcorn. Sip of soda.
Yeah, see, that's beautiful. Your captain using the specialist character as well. Arguably top 3 in the game for me. And I don't know how much confidence is exuding from you now because you have that guy in your corner. That's ridiculous.
Yeah. Okay, crouching middle kick able to play here. Off that low, catching these walkbacks every so often. Pyjama. Tapping parry when you shouldn't. The throw is there. It's a punish counter 1, so that damage is done to the drive gauge. Throw? No, it's a crouching medium punch, but the throw comes after that. That's fine. It's not so fine now.
Gonna burn him out here. Big Bird looking for it, and he just about gets the heavy spinning mixer, and Pyjama tried to avoid the burnout. Pick your poison, but remember, if he hit you, you were gonna lose anyway, and he gets a perfect there to close that one out.
All right, driver stub this time. We haven't really seen that too often. It's usually been a button. Renko kicks. It'll cancel anything else. Gets the knockdown off the Eagle Spike dash up. Walk back, stand fierce, Arabian Cyclone. The space trap with the light right after. Hard for some characters to contest at that range.
Well, doesn't matter at this point because we are back in the neutral here, so Pyjama is going to be out of range where he can contest, and he's going to activate the Feng Shui engine. I'm not sure if that's what he wanted, but we're in the mode anyway.
I wonder how much he's developed this level 2. I mean, he has so many characters in his pocket. A level 2 JURI definitely has to have a little bit of sauce behind it to make it work. Stand fierce, it's all gone, or it's almost gone, I should say. Big Bird's trying to harass, so that's all off the table. All empty out in bar. Let's see if Big Bird can get a knockdown for that level 2 scenario, or maybe even level 3, depending on what the drive rush cancels are.
Well, he's got low drive gauge, and again clips him out of the sky with the forward medium punch, and here comes, perfect parry, yes. Some people have learned that. That setup, a lot of people are getting more comfortable perfect parrying the first hit into a throw there. So really good stuff. Perfect parry again.
Aye. Both turning blue. The knockdown is here. Drive rush jab to get right back in with a grip. Big Bird with another throw.
Whirlwind shot.
We'll go for third. The tech, the throw does not connect. Interrupts the overhead with the crouching medium kick. Spin that level 1 to win. Off the new target combo to seal the deal. Bulgara. Set point scenario.
I'm not sure if that third throw was a good choice there to kind of just come in and try and be greedy was Big Bird, but we're going to potential match point like you said, Cola, so hopefully Big Bird doesn't let that dissuade him too hard. Oh, that clipped him, what?
Oh my gosh. There's that heavy mixer, that was the entire choice. When it's that close, it works out a lot better. Is the OD fire able to lock him down? Doesn't go for the level 2 here.
Right, Tornado's coming. Not yet.
Oh, bust out. For a slight delay, no drive impact gonna hit anything at all. Bulgara gets a roll dive kick. The timings on this cat have been ridiculous for that to happen more often than not.
Big Bird's on his last legs, Cola. He's got to be very careful. The next choice he makes, and that's a counter hit. And he has not done the double drive rush cancel combo here. He needs the insurance policy. Here comes the second wind. Please be careful.
Back me up.
He's just going to blow that drive gauge. Oh, he might be done. He actually might be done. He's got to do the whole thing. He has to do the whole thing. Medium spinning mixer, and then he's going to close it out with Super Rashid kick. And there you have it. That very last minute overhead just before the tornado connected there. And we knew what kind of colossal damage was coming after that. That's why most of the community is annoyed at the tornado, because of the damage you get after it.
Get it now, huh? You understand it now, huh? Yo, I will say this though.
Hey man, listen, when you buy a product, they tell you to buy insurance.
That's true, you're right. They said $9.99 for a little bit extra right there, and unfortunately, Bulgara did not get that payment plan off. Now, on the reverse of things, first overhead didn't work, backed up on the level 2, you know what to do. That one did, and Bulgara, although having such dominance in the round, it's how Big Bird has been adjusting that level 2 and making the neutral a little bit more unusual and optimizing when need be up at that corner scenario.
Well, this is why you need to be very careful with your dry gauge management with a character as intricate as Rashid. And let's see, this game is a free-for-all, honestly. We could slug it out, or we could be respectful. And right now, we're going to get a big punish here into the Eagle Spike from Big Bird.
It's the backdash.
Oh, we're slugging it out. Yeah, we're slugging it out.
We're out in the Waffle House parking lot. Shoes off, shirt off. We just swinging right now.
Good old Fight Club, yeah.
Bulgara, again, sticks with the JURI. I think he wants that reversal of this matchup. Seeing him bust out continuously. Does get the punish and the DP. Easily done. Bulgara locking Big Bird down. That's around in that set point again, but he needs to close this out.
Well, I'm looking at Big Bird's player cam here in the mental. It looks like it's not 100% just yet, but he can recover that over time, and he doesn't get the cancel on the dive kick, and I saw Bulgara's beat himself up about that mentally.
All right, I'm trying to go for the answer. The foot dive. Gets the punish too as well against the throw. Stocks him with the Huajin.
No feng shui yet. He doesn't even need it, because I think that's it. I think he's
level
closed
3.
it out into the level 3.
Oh yeah, off the target combo. The Foot Clan finisher. Bulgara, the Cosmic Buster, taking a significant win. Good 8 squad. Already 2 games on hinges in Pyjamas.
This is what can be difficult for Rashid in close proximity. It's just some of the other characters' buttons are slightly faster, slightly better. There's maybe special cancel. So you are limited in certain options there, but it was unfortunate because Big Bird was slowly coming back, and I thought they were going to try and take it there to get that equalization on the 10 points there. But 20-0. 20-0 right now to your boys, Cola. Good 8 squad.
I'm sweating, bro. I'm sweating right here. You know, I want to go back to what you're talking about, like the faster buttons, that crouching mini kick of JURI. We see continuously. Unfortunately, Rashid's not as good. And as you mentioned, that close range, that CQC, you see, has been difficult. The jump-ins, some of them anti-air, but most not. And it also, when it does happen as a Rashid player, I'm sure you're like, okay, man, I can't even. That's got to be an annoying thing to just have in the back of your mind, that if cheat jumps, you can't always get an anti-air fine, you know.
Yes, this was a lovely back and forth between these two. I got to say, the rally of adaptation we saw was really good. I did see a couple of jumping heavy punches work, and then Big Bird handled it accordingly. But hey, listen, we got to give credit to Big Bird when a couple of jumps that didn't work out for Bulgara. What was he ready with? Forward medium punch, immediate buffer into medium eagle spike or EX eagle spike there. I think the whole situation with the tornado, favorable for Big Bird as always, but I think it was just when it was that final game, and I was just looking, I said, these two look like they're just going to slug it out now. I've been respectful. We try to play neutral. We try to get the advantage. It's like, yeah, let's just do this. nice and easy there. And that's the thing as well, because JURI, in a lot of situations, this matchup doesn't have to, utilize level 1 or rely on Feng Shui engine. You can build up to that level 3.
That's a really good point.
And
Self
have
the
all
super.
have all the combo flexibility as possible, right? Which is why there is. And you could lose track on how much super meter JURI has in a match like that.
She can build it up really quick. She can be a battery, especially up in the corner where she can harass you with stand fierce, the fireballs, the pressure off the mediums. It sticks to you a lot more. So her up in the corner is almost as dangerous as Rashid. Not as much, but is definitely up there. And Pugera is a very dangerous cat, scoring another significant win. That's 2 games already, and now we go to the anchor position. Now listen, it's going to be a deciding factor, I do feel, as you see Phenom Big Bird only able to get some, games here and there, but not full matches. 20 points to good 8 squad Kawano. And I'm just going to say it. I know you might say it too as well. It's going to be Angry Bird on the other side, I'm guessing.
It has to be, because if you haven't caught up with Street Fighter League EU or you're unaware, basically NIP, their formation was Phenom would start as the vanguard, Big Bird would be the middleman, and then Angry Bird would be the anchor. And he did actually say, he said he's uncomfortable in first to two in these kind of environments, so I prefer you just put me at the back. And he's been in this situation before. I did call Ninjas in Pyjamas the super soldiers of SFL EU. They almost looked invincible and unbeatable. But right now they're looking a very bit human here, but they are on the international stage. Now, Angry Bird is more than capable of doing this, but he is going up against, as they call him, what is it, the Singularity? Is that what Kawano's nickname was?
Listen, I don't know what that means, but I just know that him with the Akuma is some dangerous business, or the Goki, because we're here in Japan. Either way, this man in a first to 3 in a similar fashion to Angry Bird loves to be able to have that room to be able to figure out the opponent and the player and see what they can do on defense. You know, Kawano, we saw at EWC with the bust outs against Bonchan in that mirror match, which I actually expect to happen.
Okay.
I think that unless he's changed his mind, well, we'll talk about this here in a second.
Our third match, we will be sending Angry Bird.
So, it is Angry Bird. And let's go back to my point real quick, though. Kawano did some work against Bonchan in the mirror match at EWC. He likes that mirror match. We've seen him play continuously throughout CPTs and things like that. I think he's well adjusted. But so is Angry Bird. We just saw him fight NL just this week. Well,
look, he's been putting in a lot of hours and a lot of investment even before Street Fighter League EU with the Akuma here. And he's coming out firing on all cylinders. Well, he has to at this point now. You need to earn your paycheck now, buddy.
Oh, yeah.
But listen, he's the robot. He just came fourth at yesterday's Capcom Cup. I gotta say that top 8 was magical.
Yeah.
And we are gonna see him here. Hopefully, he can equalize for the team. The Ninja in Pyjamas, the team at home. Shout outs to all the production crew and everyone behind the scenes and the management side, as well as the fans at home.
Wow.
They're probably watching this now. That artwork was brilliant, by the way.
That was, bro, they had a Picasso on that. You feel me? But here, back to this match, though, you know, I also want to mention that Angry Bird just, like, after EWC, was like, bro, I'm not playing no mirror matches unless it's like Akuma and Akuma. You know, when it comes to Ken and Akuma, I don't want to play that. I'd rather just run the mirror match, more comfortable with that. So I expect that from him. On paper, I feel like there are things that Ken can do. He run DPs on the fireballs. Obviously, the variance makes it a lot harder, but they did nerf it, so his hands are out in the battle a little bit harder. So, like, that hurt box is out for a little bit longer. But in terms of like the neutral, the fireballs, the walk speed, some of the footsies that are presented with the 4 fierce, stand fierce are great for Akuma. And the corner pressure, of course, we all die to that. But the reverse of things, maybe the Ken, but I think it's just going to be the mirror match. That's what I feel.
Well, as we saw yesterday, I think it was after Angry Bird lost to Juicy Joe in the Cup, he started playing Akuma just from then on. Now, I'll regurgitate this point as much as possible. Angry Bird's player psychology is some of the best, the creme de la creme for me, because this guy knows what you want to do when you need it most. He has a correct defensive choice. But also, what Kawano's Akuma has done is it's grown on me over time, because at first his defensive choices were strange, but then when you watch it against the opponents he's facing, they're all top level, and they make so much sense at this point here. So I want to see Angry Bird asking the questions to Kawano, and let's see how he responds on defense. And he came up with some nasty tech at EWC, I remember that.
Yes, sir. Angry Bird Kawano as our anchor match. Will this be a deficit of points here for Ninjas Pyjamas? Angry Bird turned the ship and gives us at least a first to death.
Right now, there you go, gonna get the anti-air to open things up here. Almost was able to get a punish on that whiff throw there from Angry Bird, and the standing likely drive rush cancel here from Kawano.
Yeah, Japanese players love that stand light kick drive rush right after. Here's the back throw, switching positions. You really thought you could throw? Stand fierce. Try to go for another guillotine. The DP is there. Anti-airs have been pretty good on both sides, I gotta say.
Backing away at the moment here. Kawano in a good position here, but low on drive gauge. Gets the whip punish with that sweet DI.
Too many fireballs. Need some damage. Safe to setup. Stand fierce. Drive rush throw right after. Damage is racking up. Almost equalized.
I like that throw there. There's a drive reversal. Right, we're going to slug it out in burnout. Never mind. We're going to end it with the Misatsu. But I do like that throw that Angry Bird did before, because that drive gauge cancel sequence could have actually burnt out Kawano, so he might have just blocked, and then that's what snuck in the throw there for Angry Bird. Overhead.
There. Yeah, get the overhead right after. Close enough to do so. Doesn't have the best drive rush distance, but is able to get it off. OD. Get some of that reversal and the fire, but the light punch version as well to stay nice and close. Yeah. And you see him just inching forward, able to get the anti-air with the short you can again. Probably looking for Angry Bird when he wants to go for that demon flip.
That's going to miss.
Bye-bye.
That's going to miss. And that's going to be massive here for Angry Bird. He might not spend any bar needed. Oh, no, he's going to go for it. Yes, he's going to go for it. And that will be the Sip of Calamity to take that round. Fun fact, ladies and gentlemen, when Akuma puts in EX Air Fireball in the corner, that means he's looking to get rid of your life bar.
Especially when he turns gray, right? But I feel like, as an Akuma player, you can build up that bar to at least level 2, so these fireballs to fight back. But we'll see if he can get that fight back. And we get Tatsu forward fears, backs up for the anti-air, perfectly done again. He's protecting that neck from the guillotine.
All right, good block there from Angry Bird, but he needs a drive rush cancel to get out of the corner. Ooh. There you go, there it is.
Trying to go for the space trap with the crouching medium punch, but Kwano walking back. That 4 Fierce inflicts so much of I can press a button, but at certain distances, it's a bad idea. 4 Fierce now as the offensive tool is the whip punish.
Lovely whip punish there from Angry Bird, and he gets hit, and that's going to be a level 2. He's going to spend the level 2 on the Empyrean's end, and I'm not sure about this one.
Still alive. But Kwano's fine to fight and burnout. Also the type to go gray, go ashy. He can just block this out, get the bar back, but the overhead lands. He said, I like that. Let me try that. It looks like it's one. Oh, he missed the 4 Fierce beating. And a reversal jab, Kawano. You talked about how he had improved that defense on Wake Up. I think he's really understanding what players want to do, what they're going to come through on, what's good and what's not. These reversal jabs have been saving his ass.
But you also have to remember how that jab came out there, right? I believe Angry Bird did a jab into drive rush cancel. There's low block stun there, and a lot of the players are starting to identify that you can't necessarily do that, because it's a thing where more people are confident now. They're not intimidated by the drive rush. They've actually identified what drive rush cancel you're doing the button from, and then they're challenging accordingly. So good situational awareness there from Kawano.
Thinks be able to corral the chaos. Perfect pair against the fireball, but too close for comfort. Tossing that out. We're just looking for that corner carry.
Misses.
Trying to get the DP. Yeah, you should have backed up just a little bit. It's difficult to gauge. He's going to come through the very scenario approach from Akuma.
Well, because he's focusing on the ground there, he wasn't really paying attention to maybe an aerial approach he could have gone for, or maybe an air-to-air, excuse me.
Good point.
It's very hard, man. These guys have been pretty solid on the ground, and so much stuff happens. This is where all the strongest tools are. They're on the ground in Street Fighter 6.
Fast fireballs make it even worse. A lot of mental stack coming through. Stand like it, try to buffer it. The forward Fierce is there.
Oh, no, he's done.
After a slight delay. Doesn't even need the bar at the bottom. Keeps that level 2 in his pocket.
You got to look at the button choices from both of these two. Angry Bird is starting to use a little bit more heavies as opposed to what Kawano's doing. Kawano's comfortable using lights and mediums and only using heavies in combos. Angry Bird is flailing, and that it will hit.
The jump back getting caught with the fireball, level 1 style. Buffer with the crouching mini punch, drive rushes up. Heavy kick Tatsu for the maximum amount of corner carry. Opens up with the crouching light kick, resets with the dash up. You knew the follow-up was not going to be enough. It's a one-touch scenario. Wake up, demon. Blocked. No, it's a super instead, but either way, you're dead.
Hey, the robot is doing what a robot does, showing a lack of emotion at the moment here, but the mathematics don't lie. And Big Bird just stepping up and talking to his Middle Eastern compadre here. Yeah, you can say...
Said, man, the math ain't adding up, bro. The math ain't adding up.
He knows something's wrong, but I think it's just a very aggressive and haphazard approach I'm seeing from Angry Bird. He's one of the most entertaining Akumas I've been watching since Street Fighter V, but right now he needs to calm down, because it's very easy to get into that flow state and get into your own head about, listen, if I just hit this guy once, he's gonna explode. It's very... And the thing is as well, it's like you're playing a mirror match, you're looking in the mirror, mate.
Yeah.
So you think, well, hold on, why is nothing that I'm doing working and all the stuff he's doing is working? It's very demoralizing in this game.
It is, and the player-to-player sort of aspect that comes through. You talk about the difference that stand light kick Kawano's using at close range. I do like these entrances, like the perfect pair gets a fireball, and he goes for it again, but too far out for a follow-up. Meaty stand medium, heavy kick Tatsu. It's just the mid-screen corner carry that's been happening. Kawano jailing him in and taking so much health continuously has been a problematic factor. Throw? No, it's a medium instead.
Dude, Kawano is chilling, dude. 2 games up, absolutely poised in the neutral right now as well. Not overexerting with a demon flip or anything. Gets opened up with the overhead here. His DPs have been pretty damn confident and successful as well.
True.
So Angry Birds does have to consider a DP on defense sometimes.
It's a throw, the dash up, this time a stand medium. Yeah, easily done. No bar necessary. This character's combos get even juicier up in the corner, even more damaging. Staves all set point is Angry Bird.
That's
How
fine.
long?
This is fine because you might see Kawano try to escape a little bit more, maybe jump out because he is 2 games up, so he doesn't have to risk the DP. Can preserve the 2 drive stocks for a combo later if it goes to that point. Whiffed. Oh, if he don't crouching meeting kick, that would have caught that whiff throw, but crouching meeting punch does have more damage behind it.
Snowball continuously off of damn near any interaction. Tatsu, 4 fierce, waits this time, doesn't go for a button like previously, backs up for the anti-air again. Angry Bird's game to win. Odie Fireball will be able to do it
he's
here.
Going for it. He's going for it.
Back heavy kick. That is the Angry Bird style to get that back heavy kick juggle into that sip, that calamity. Big gulp.
Just about
Bro,
alive.
I called it wrong. Angry Bird wasn't able to get that kill. Overhit Will. What's the touch? The stand light kick takes the turn. This is mine.
All right, and he's going back to character select screen again, and I like that. These short, quick intermissions. Let me just double check if my 2nd, my 3rd, my 4th pair of eyes have seen something in the back. Like I said, man, with these 1v1s, it's 4v1s if you really think about it, especially when you're locked in. And right now, Good 8 squad, they don't need to say anything to Kawano. They probably give him the pep talk at the start.
Yeah,
say, listen, do your thing, chill out.
Play your game.
Don't make him like explode too quickly.
Yeah.
We need to make something good for the fans. They pay good money to come and watch this.
Make it exciting. We just got here, and I feel like we're almost over. Perfect players coming through again here from Kawano. His side of things, raw sweep off the feet, works out for Angry Bird. See a lot of that walk back, walk forward. Get preempted with an end. Oh, the crouching medium punch, but not a follow-up to make this match catch a case.
Go, and there's a Shoryuken there from Angry Bird to just kill that momentum on Kawano's side, and he tried to do a demon flip. He's seldom done those in this set, so.
Overall, too, as well, he's not really a demon flipper. That's more of a Shuto type thing. Angry Bird was ready to find a nice little punish. Odie Fireball at the bar.
Backs away.
Aye, sweep off the feet, though. Kawano's trying to play the same style of Angry Bird. Has some more bar to work with. The trade. Drive impact. You can't do that. You don't got the health and playing around the pro player reaction.
Good
stuff.
I'm starting to see in certain areas in this match, Angry Bird is starting to test how exceptional Kawano's reactions are on defensive choices, so hopefully he doesn't get exploited too hard. And a reaction with the drive impact there for the counter impact. Look at that damage there, Cola.
Those big boy buttons, you get DI right after. No back throw. Don't touch me. Can't afford this chain. The top kick's able to hit those. The punish counter, such a good anti-fireball tool. Probably seen that a little more common as they put down the projectiles. And Fierce able to connect the 3-piece drive punch.
Oh, that might be. No, if that standing media kick connected, that would have been it. But he's going to have the combo into the Super Calamity anyway. Adds the extra damage with that light DP. We've got a question mark on our hands. Let's find out.
Oh, that's time. Yes, at the end of the day, 6 feet under. And what a tie up here for Angry Bird. Playing around the reactions, I feel. Getting better about using that Odie Fireball every so often. The team now be like, okay, man, it's time to squabble up, all right?
No, but it's interesting, right? Because Good 8 squad were not talking to him when he was 2-0 up.
Right.
Even when he was 2-1 down, they didn't say anything. So they have been observing, and they've been paying close attention and being attentive to what it is.
Smart. Coming up now when, okay, I've got a little data on him, what he's been doing.
Phenom's just saying, look at that damage, man. I hope...
He's probably saying, oh, cool as you, man. See what he did? See how it walks me?
Can't wait for next season.
Final game. Will Kawano secure 40 points for his team, or Angry Bird taking us to another match?
Okay, they've got to be careful of the fireball usage because they haven't really been using it or engaging in that fireball wall, because one guy will do a demon flip or jump soon if you're not careful. And a whip punish opener there from Kawano once again.
Has him with the -4 fireball, but the pushback makes you can't punish. Oh,
wow.
Sharing a brain cell.
Damn.
The dive kick able to hit them from Angry Bird. Drive rush, breaks, hits the DP.
He might DP soon, actually. Jumps out.
Back throw? Yeah, this one works out here.
Stubborn with his drive gauge to make sure he does get that, and that's expensive. And then there is a Demon Raid into a counter hit conversion there, and I think he wanted to jump forward, but he didn't quite get it there, Angry Bird.
That block low, but still got opened up either way. Back jump is there, the jab. I thought it was going to be another level 1, but Guano did not want to spin that part just yet. That's fine. Defense, overhead. Overhead again, seconds. Going to die. ODDP puts Angry Bird to burnout, but I've said this before, Angry Bird is one of the best at fighting and burnout with this character.
No,
As I said it, I curse this man. Level 1 lands, it's not enough. It's not enough.
They've got to be careful with their fireballs. Angry Bird still has a level 1 to work with and a level 2 if he can get close enough to chip him. No, that's not what he wanted. I think he wanted the level 1. He's trying to get him to jump.
Trade. Push him to the corner. The DP! The lead to fireball the table. Kawano secures around a set point scenario.
Angry Bird is not going to take that kindly. You took my lunch money from me. I have the right to take it back from you. But he tried to get a throw there, and it's not working.
Oh, but too far out. Should have maybe went for a crouching medium kick, possibly. I'm not sure. The sweep is there against the 4 Fears.
Good patience.
The sweep again for the knockdown.
The crowd is going wild. Every hit that Kawano connects here, Angry Birds needs to find a clean hit and silence this crowd.
The further this gets in terms of the drive gauge being buffer here for Kawano in terms of the damage, it's being dumped out the worst. Scale damage, looking for that positional advantage.
Tech, my dude. Oh no.
Oh,
right, one more guess. One more guess.
DT plus 8. The neutral jump in for a perfect KO. Kawano, a good 8 squad, secure 40 points on Ninjas in Pyjamas. What a bait. What a reward.
That might actually be their first team loss, even from Street Fighter League EU. They're on the international stage, and a dominant performance from the home team here representing Japan is Good 8 Squad. They had a fantastic finals there at Street Fighter League Japan, and they fire on all cylinders to set pace and a message to the other teams about we are coming for those gold rings, as you said. But my word, I know that was a mirror match, but what a spectacle in the difference of playstyles.
First of all, I love the Akuma mirror match. I think it's super sick. You see the difference in terms of how they play, what buttons they use. You mentioned more lines from Kawano, which is definitely, like, I feel like a Japan thing to stand like kick, drive, rush, buffer. It worked out well. The approach with the fireballs, not taking that off the table when obviously there were chances where Angry Bird would go for like the perfect parry, drive, rush, punish right after. You see him outspace that. The delayed jabs every so often working out to the defensive choices instead of just going for OD bust outs continuously, or, you know, maybe not making the right decisions on tap parry. Kawano doesn't really do that anymore. You see him really intentful, really aiming for the player-to-player sort of aspect, saying, I know what you want to do, I know what you're going for. And I thought it was going to be a demon here. It was actually a super my mistake, but either way, Kawano was able to block that out like a pack of Legos.
Let's not forget as well, right, Kawano, I think where things were really kicking things off for him was the confidence in his whiff punish sweeps.
Yes.
Right? Every time Angry Bird walked away and wanted to get a drive rush cancel or some sort of conversion from a crouching medium kick, Kawano's is ready there with that sweep, build momentum as well. And like I said, we saw more light attack usages from Kawano as opposed to Angry Bird, because Angry Bird was playing catch-up a fair bit. And this interaction there, bro, that was ballsy, I've got to say. But hey, listen, it worked out. And then that guillotine there, you know what? That could have been anything, because the guillotine's like +3, +4. So it's like, are you going to DP there? Are you going to try and jump forward? Everything to play for with that slither of health left. Man, it was rough. It was rough.
Hella rough, but really good stuff from Kawano. Love seeing the way that his Akuma has evolved. Again, the mirror match we saw over in EWC. We've seen it so continuously in CPT as well. When I watch his stream, I feel like he runs into a lot of Akumas. It all worked out for him to get this win. Anchor position with those 20 points. And the 20 points they earned previously, it leads to 40 for Good 8 Squad 0 for NIP. After the dominance they had in EU, excuse me, it's strange to see this happen.
It can be strange to a lot of people, but also remember their opponents. They're champions in their respective league as well. So is it that strange? This is a possibility on one of the score lines that you can see, but that is not a mistake, everybody. 40 points to Good 8 Squad, and they're in a good position here. So they have to pay close attention to FlyQuest and obviously keep up this performance as well, because again, if you are too premature in your situation, you might actually lose the race. So definitely be careful with that one there.
It's definitely one of those things where you have to worry about the endurance as you have a whole day of Street Fighter League play, what players are sending up now, showing your hand sometime. You know, now people are looking at Kawano to be like that guy in the anchor position. I'm sure that people already knew, but it's now more even established here up on this stage. So regardless, great play from Kawano, the entirety of the team. This is all put on by our beautiful sponsors. Let's give love to the sponsors above and talk about them real quick. In fact, we will start, looks like, with Taiyo Holdings. Yes. Love them, and I love their commercial they have for Street Fighter League, by the way. They're the world's #1 manufacturer of the Soldier Resist, with its global operations focused on electronics, medical and pharmaceuticals, and ICT sustainability business built on a foundation of chemistry. Soldier Resist is an insulating ink that covers the surface of printed circuit boards and protects circuit patterns.
Yes, of course, and let us not forget as well, we have called out these sponsors for the vast majority of the time here at the Street Fighter League World Championships, as well as Capcom Cup as well. So I do want to give thanks. We should be able to show it on the screen right now. I do want to give thanks to our Storm Collectible sponsor here as well. We'll actually be showing that pretty shortly here. But again, we have several things that we must be going through here. We're just going to get word from our production team real quick before we do that. Now, it should be FlyQuest going up against... Is that FlyQuest going up against NIP next?
I think...
Because NIP have played at home now.
Or does Good 8 Squad go up? I'm not sure.
True, they could do that. We could do that. We do have the fixtures here. We will get word on it as well. Okay. So, it is going to be a case where FlyQuest, like I said, they have watched Good 8 Squad get 40-0.
Yeah.
You want to follow suit, right? Because everyone's gunning for that grand final spot. And notice as well, right? I can't remember if Good 8 Squad were the exception here. NIP were dominant in SFL EU. So they sat in the grand finals, won the tournament. FlyQuest got to grand finals, won the tournament. Massive advantage there. Bandits almost brought it back against FlyQuest there. Now, was Good 8 Squad in the grand final, or was it Reject there and Good 8 Squad came back?
It was Reject and Good 8 Squad, but the thing is, Reject had more points, so Good 8 Squad was in the away side. They were both in different divisions, so we had divisions.
So Good 8 Squad was second?
Yeah, they were second because of the point differential, not because they had ever played, because their divisions were separate in terms of like some of these teams, but it came down to them having a few less points. Wasn't like a huge deficit, but definitely there were a lot more points inside of Reject. They were the most dominant team, I think, in Street Fighter League Japan history, I think, for a long time, and maybe thus far. But Good 8 Squad was able to take it. But it's as you mentioned, FlyQuest, I'm sure, is like watching in the wings, waiting, taking down notes, and preparing and prepping. They've got a lot of good characters on their side that I don't know if both teams are ready for it. They've got the Terry, they've got the Kimberly especially, which is hard to find good Kimberlys. A lot of them are stationed in the U.S., so I'm wondering where your practice is coming from, your studies are coming from, and not only one Kimberly that plays differently, but two. So you've got Shine, you've got Psycho, then you've got Punk waiting, the God with the Cammy, and of course can't forget about Chrissy CH on the Terry. So it's a lot of things you got to worry about, think about here.
Well, just going back to what you mentioned about Psycho and Shine, right? Doubling up on the same character in Street Fighter League is actually not a bad tactic. It's one that probably is uncommon, but it's like, okay, in this game...
Well, Japan it wasn't, but yeah.
Well, I mean, listen, we're going to talk about SFL US, but listen, you know, they all lead to the same like combo routes and optimization, but the philosophy and the style will be different because, as you guys know, it's just a life lesson. Perspective is everything. So Psycho's perspective on Kimberly is different than Shine's. Shine's got one or two other characters in the tank he can bring out as well. Chris, he let himself down in the cup, but he has a great chance to redeem himself here. And I know he probably was beating himself up about the finals when he was going up against Bandits in SFL US, but this is a very, very good chance. Not a once-in-a-lifetime chance, but a very good chance for him to kind of make stuff there. So, again, we want to give shout-outs to our sponsors here at Capcom Cup 11. First, like we were talking about before, it is Taiyo Holdings. We will show that on the screen very shortly so we guys can see that here. But like we said, Taiyo Holdings is the world's #1 manufacturer of Soldier Resist, with its global operations focused on the electronics, medical and pharmaceuticals, and ICT and sustainability business built on a foundation of chemistry. Soldier Resist is an insulating ink that covers the surface of printed circuit boards and protects the circuit pattern.
Taiyo Holdings supports our daily lives with technology through the development of electronics. Under the brand statement, happy people create a happy world, we support people who take on the challenge of creating a happy world. I like that.
I know you like that, but I know what I also know you like are those Storm Collectible Cola. I saw you trying to run away with one and purchase it real quick there. But Storm Collectibles is a figure designer and production company from Hong Kong, which makes high-quality, officially licensed collectible action figures and specializes in fighting games. They bring the classic and iconic gaming characters back to life. Also keep up to date on the blockbuster games like Street Fighter series from Capcom. With the Storm Collectibles, product quality is at a standard meant for the true collectors, with high likeliness to the finest details from the head sculpt to the body, articulation and accessories. Check out the Street Fighter character figurines on their website, as you can see there, www.stormco.com.hk. Do not forget that .hk at the end.
Merchant Ambassador, MA is a leading producer of board games, licensed games, kids action games, arcade games, game tables, poker and casino games, and puzzles. That's a lot. With the launch of our Street Fighter II line of tabletop arcade games in 2025, we're bringing the legendary fighting game series to life. The iconic tabletop arcade experiences, including pinball and air hockey games, available in various sizes and price points. Our products capture the essence of Street Fighter II, enabling fans to relive the excitement of classic arcade game battles at home. These games will be sold to the leading retailers and distributors worldwide. Follow them on SNS for more updates.
And of course, let's not forget the Capcom Arcade Classic and Fighters Pack here with what we've been showing at the Capcom Cup. It will be what we should be seeing on screen in just a moment. There we go. Hit your friends with the punishing story you can in our Capcom Arcade Classic and Fighters Pack. You can also dive into a robust collection of Street Fighter titles, including Street Fighter V Championship Edition and Street Fighter 30th Anniversary Collection. And fantastic arcade titles like Mega Man and Final Fight, so you can get hyped for the tournament season, test your skills, and help support the Children's Miracle Network Hospital with your purchase. You can see that there, and it includes a 50% off coupon for Street Fighter 6 if you've been enjoying this weekend and you haven't purchased the game already.
Well, well, well. Good 8 squad coming through in the clutch right here in the hometown, powered up by the crowd and powered up by being on that stage previously, coming up that same sort of energy once again. Didn't have the season they wanted, but sometimes you got to get your ass beat to get your ass back in the seat. You feel me?
Well, they got time to ruminate, re-strategize, and watch on, and then get ready to play on. But this is what the tables are looking like right now. 3-0, 40 points, +3 differential there for Good 8 squad. Phenom, unfortunately his team with Nordovin didn't go as far as they wanted to, so he really wants to swap this around with Ninjas in Pyjamas there, but that is entirely up to them, and FlyQuest might need to do them a massive favor against Good 8 squad down the line here. But the Japanese soldiers of the Good 8 squad, they are showing you why they are some of the best in the business.
100%. Team cohesion, as you mentioned. We saw Kawano getting that love from Gachikun and that pickup after he had lost a few games. I think that was important for him to sit back, watch a little bit, gain more data as you had saw on the screen, and say, hey man, this is what he's doing, this is what you should be doing. At this point, we have even more matches to come through. In fact, after this break, we'll have even more Street Fighter League action coming right at you. Don't go nowhere.
Where dreams become reality. Monster Hunter Bridge.
Show me what you have. What? How silly. All right. It's my time to shine.
USA.
No, this can't be the end for me.
Here comes a new challenger. Mine wins. Here comes a new challenger. Here comes a new challenger. Here comes a new challenger.
ストリートファイターリーグワールドチャンピオンシップ2024、これからお届けするのは予選第2試合。ホーム側日本代表グッド8スクワット対アウェー側アメリカ代表フライクエストの一戦です。それでは早速参りましょう。まずはアウェー側アメリカ代表フライクエスト。
Alright, so next match, for match 2 here at the Street Fighter League World Championship, we move into our second game of the day. It's going to be USA's FlyQuest versus Japan's Good 8 squad. Japan is going to be coming in on the home side and USA's FlyQuest is going to be on the away side. And now we move into player introductions.
最後にこのアメリカ代表を決めたこの4人、まさかのキンバリー2枚体制でここまで来た。そしてシャインが先頭にアメリカを代表すると。クリス CCH、 そしてパンク最高。このパンク対象シフトをどうやって崩すのか。
Shine, Chris CCH, Psycho and Punk. Are they going to be able to stop Good 8 squad? We saw them take on Ninjas in Pyjamas and come away with 40 points undefeated. Can FlyQuest get the job done?
対するはホーム側日本代表グッド8スクワット。
Next up, the Japan representatives is none other than the 40-0 champions Good 8 squad.
YHC もちを先頭に川野、ガチ君、ペゲラと続く。先ほどの忍者スインパジャマス戦では圧巻の40ポイント。
YHC Mochi leading the squad down the red carpet, followed by Kawano, Gachikun and Pugera. They have a lot of momentum on their side right now, and they're going to be looking to capitalize on that first victory against Ninjas in Pyjamas.
予選第2試合はホーム側日本代表グッド8スクワット対アウェー側アメリカ代表フライクエストの一戦となります。
This is going to be a match with Good 8 squad in the home position versus FlyQuest in the away position.
それでは選手の皆さんスタンバイをお願いいたします。
Alright, all players on standby, please. 皆様お楽しみなのでしょうか。
会場朝からかなり声出てますけど、まだまだいきますよ。俺の喉はもう大丈夫だ。直してきた。任すげい。それではまずアウェー側アメリカ代表フライクエストのオーダーを発表いたします。オーダーはこちら。
Alright, and now it's time to announce the order of the away team FlyQuest here.
先鋒最高キンバリークラシック、中堅シャインキンバリークラシック、大将パンクキャミークラシックとなりました。
It's going to be for the away team order. It's Psycho going first with Kimberly in Classic. Second, it's going to be Shine, also with Kimberly in Classic. And then that big best of 5 boss match at the end is going to be the Alpha Punk with Cammy in Classic.
さあこちらを受けてホーム側グッド8スクワットの先鋒の選手、主要キャラクター、操作タイプを リーダーのガチ君から伺いたいと思います。はい、今、少しお時間いただくということですが、ライアン、このフライクエストのキンバリー2枚オーダー来ましたね。
はい、来ましたね。もうやるキンバリー、まあ、なんていうのかな、先方で行くこと、まあ、キンバリーすごい強い時ありますよね、先方で行くと。
これ何が強いかっていうと、はい、パンクが大将で20ポイント取る前提で、はい、で2枚のキンバリーのどっちかが10ポイント取れば勝ちっていう考え方ができますよね。
それはそうですね。そのパンク戦も、やっぱりその3先っていうのも、はい、すごいいろいろ変わりますんで、さっきの試合みたいに川野選手とアングリーバード選手やっぱり 2-0 からスタートみたいな感じになったので、
その3試合選手でパンクに勝つ、それができるかグッドエイトスカット、そしてこのキンバリー対策、はい、果たしてどこまでできているのか、
はい、お手並み拝見というところですね。
そうですね。さあ、ただいまガチ君が先方の選手を考えている。さあ、この間にですね、アメリカチームのリーダーの選手に質問していきたいと思います。フライクエストにとってキンバリーというのはどういう役割のキャラクターですか？
So, seeing that you've put two Kimberleys to go first for your team, what's the strategy behind that decision? Go ahead.
Our strategy is, I don't really want to give it away. Yeah, so I'm a.
ところは作戦ちょっと言いたくないところです。
なるほど。そしたら、この両国国技館のこの会場でのストリートファイターリーグ、どんな気分ですか？
What is it like for you guys performing right here in the Sumo Ryogoku Kokukan Arena as part of the Street Fighter League World Championship? What's that experience like for you?
I think it's very good for all of us, and you know, we're just looking forward to getting in these matches and getting our W's.
ここでやるのはすごい素敵な感覚とすごいいい経験になってるし、一生残る思い出なので、でもまずは早速試合に入りたくてもううずうずしてて、勝ちたいと思ってます。
ありがとうございます。さあ、それでは、グッドエイトスクワットの、先方の選手が決まったということなので、リーダーガチ君に伺っていきましょう。先方の選手、申告をお願いします。
はい、
Good 8 Squad has decided their team order to counter the FlyQuest run of Kimberly Kami. And let's see what Good 8 Squad have to say. Gachikun, you're up.
先方は川野豪輝クラシックで。
Kawano going first. Jacket comes off. He is ready.
先方は川野選手、主要キャラクターは豪輝、操作タイプはクラシックとなりました。それでは先方の両選手は準備をお願いします。
Kawano going first with Akuma in, of course, classic, and he is definitely on this after the 3-2 win over Angry Bird. They are in the home position, they do have an advantage here, and they're trying to use it wisely. All right, guys, as we get into the action, let's head back over to the casters desk.
Welcome back to the SFL World Championships. You got Ridge of the living legend, IFC Yipes in the building. You know we couldn't close out Capcom Cup without getting the block together.
Man, absolutely, bro. Like, I mean, come on. We dragged it all the way on to the SFL, and it's cool, but you know what? It's no love lost. We here so we could rock out and enjoy some of these matches, man.
Yes, most definitely. And we're going to enjoy a barn burner, to say the least. Good 8 Squad carrying that momentum over from a complete sweep of Team EU. I didn't see that coming at all. But FlyQuest, they got the dangerous Kimberleys at the front, right? In a 2 out of 3 setting, that character is extremely potent.
That's pretty much what Punk said in translation, not giving away the strategy. But in a 2 out of 3, definitely, I do agree with you. La mezcla, a.k.a. the mix-up in Spanish, is definitely key here to get these early points for Team FlyQuest. I mean, look, No, don't break it, right? You got Punk on the anchor position, and I know hype when I see it, when I comes to this crowd, and everybody is loving the gameplay right here. Now, one thing that I do want to add, just to be, one with the people, ain't nobody disrespecting nobody here. Everybody is rooting. Of course, Japan is like the favorite here, but everybody enjoys some good Street Fighter 6 here, and I'm excited. AKA, we got to kill those USA chants.
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
We
most
gotta
definitely.
kill 'em.
I've never liked the regionality chants. If anything, chant for the player themselves, in my opinion. But that is beside the point at this point. Because they've sent Kawano up as the first player up against Psycho, right? Keeping Punk in the anchor position. I think they're going to save Gachi-kun for him. Because Rashid, the stand fierce, press back, and catch dive kicks sometimes. He's got some juice against Cammy, right? So that's what I'm assuming. But let's get into it. Kawano versus Psycho, 2 out of 3. If FlyQuest can put some points on the board and make Good A Squad bleed, can switch the momentum around.
Already starting off with some clean perfection parries. Okay, Psycho, this is the download, but don't take too long to start the offense. And there it is, the Azuna drop.
You can see Kawano is a master of the air fireball as well. He loves looking for the Go Hadouken in the air. Psycho already sliding up under that. It's going to be an interesting thing to watch going forward.
Yeah, throw off those anti-Urs. Goes for the dome. You ain't going to touch this good hair, and it's real, I promise you.
That's facts.
Looking for that whiff punish from the stand fierce. Wow, already, yep, advancing normals or DPs are the best options. There's a jump down fierce. Very nice.
Absolutely. Psycho immediately off the first knockdown when he had a level 1, willing to spin it and then opening him up here. Had another driver's cancel available, and it doesn't matter. Baits out the ODDP. Felt like Kawano was going to want to dip into that well of wake-up reversals as well, huh?
Yeah, made out of glass.
Okay.
Hell no. That is the glass cannon for sure. Quick corner carry. Now it's time for you to deal with the roulette wheel.
What you gonna do
the
with it?
stuff. Looking for the shimmy. Good answer back there from Kawano. The rock, paper, scissors in his favor.
Indeed. Great call out from Kawano. Catching the dash back. Oh, and Psycho trying to wake up with a button, but Kawano keeping his driver's check on point until then. Thought he had conditioned Psycho to block in that moment, but Psycho with the stand medium kick. Buffer.
Love that. Good snipe out there. Kawano pretty sure tried to walk up and block, but looking for that whiff punish at that range, but that doesn't even matter. We got all the cash in the world. Level 2, absolutely.
Beautiful recognition from Kawano right there with the counter hit conversion off the crouch medium punch. My man is looking clean.
Man, that's a hell of a first round pick, if you will, man, to go up against Psycho. Let's go for the overhead. No, we go for the throw.
Anchored to point position, man. This dude is versatile for real. Oh, in the level 3 from Psycho early. This is going to be big, right? He's going to get the life lead. Obviously, maintain the drive advantage as well. And, of course, the install for Kimberly. Going to make her move and groove.
Absolutely.
Ooh, speaking of which.
That's what I like to see. Oh, he tried to reset for the big damage. He tried to close it out ASAP. Not a bad decision there, considering you do have this lead. What a whiff punish. Good spacing here from Kawano. Trying to catch the tech there with the back roundhouse.
Precisely. You know, since that first jump, a fireball, I was going to say he hadn't done it in quite some time. Really respecting the slide option from Kimberly to get under it.
Didn't check the run. A little too late there. We might get the wall bounce. We are definitely close.
Oh, yeah, this is my corner.
Oh, for the setup. Woo!
What in the world ends up thinking about? He tried to parry. The blue stuff gets shot down.
That's a good option, right throw to catch the parry on the wake up or the crouch jab to catch the technical. That was layered offense right there from Kawano. That was looking like Essence of Street Fighter 4 there for a second. I'm not going
Legitimately, right? Especially from that close. Psycho was looking to walk under the jump in, but that quick fireball hits him with the headshot. Kawano 1-0 already.
Yeah, not a bad look for Psycho though. He's looking good. That wasn't like a wash or anything. Went back and forth, but again, did Kawano get comfortable enough to deal with this? Looking Punk the guard already giving Psycho some good advice, I'm pretty sure, to go up against the Good 8 squad.
And that's always one of the sickest things about SFL, right? Like getting the player-to-player coaching and advice between the sets and between the matches definitely adds a new aspect of not only camaraderie, but team building.
Yeah. Even if you're riding that pond, man, you can just step up and talk to your people. So, yes, I can agree with you. I concur. The DP early on represented from Kawano. Could have been another one there, a fierce one, but switching up options is Psycho.
Yeah, I don't think Kawano expected the jump to reach that far. Azuna drop from the top rope.
No technicalities here, please. No tech. We're definitely playing Street Fighter.
Kawano pressing that time, but we wake up with it. Oh my, Psycho, speaking of waking up with it. The light kick, let's go.
Complimentary breakfast right there.
Oh, okay, yeah, included.
All right, we're at that range. Try to walk out of range, but caught him on the way. Walking back is Kawano. And we're back in everybody's favorite corner. Listen, man, I'll be back at 5 o'clock to pick up.
Kawano, you saw him give us some space right there to try to thwart any jump outs or anything like that, but Psycho instead going for the slide, catching Kawano walking back and forth. Oh, no, that's big.
Expecting his leg. Now, mind you, that's not much of a danger if he drive rush goes low, right? Because it's only light. So definitely you're going to have to be aware of those overheads consistently. That was the only one he got hit. Before that, he was blocking most of those. So
yeah, players are doing a great job now of like fuzzy blocking where they block low and then, you know, go high because the startup of the overhead takes longer. Oh, response with a run, and Connor tried to escape through the skies. Not going to happen. Kawano, no fly zone.
No fly zone indeed for FlyQuest zone Psycho. I mean, he had the right idea. I guess he was reading a throw possibly or a drive reversal considering that he was jumping back. But man, that level 3 caught him on the way up. Of course, Good A squad looking comfortable. Set point here for Kawano. First throw in the favor of the Good A.
And remember, Good A squad has not lost a set. They swept the EUs, and the momentum is heavily in their side right now. Psycho trying to give FlyQuest a great start. And he's been looking good, but it's been slipping through his fingers a little bit here.
Kawano's just not playing reckless at all. Good check on the low forward attempt right there from Kawano. There it is, time to throw. No, we're going for the mix. Wow, on the walk forward.
Yeah, exactly. No counter hit, no nothing. It was literally just Psycho walking forward. He's got level 3. He's going to pop off with an invincible super. He does, but Kawano baits it out. And that is going to be the first game in the books for Good 8 Squad.
Got slowed down. You know what it was about Kawano that I love about this match? He just didn't put himself in danger. Psycho kind of gave that tail where he was just always looking for that whiff punch from Stan Fierce on the low forward. But Kawano, of course, even on top of that, with the levelist moving forward with that, with the low forward, of course. Very tough to snipe out, though, but excellent job of Kawano sitting comfortably, getting those 10 points.
Yeah, very impressive with Kawano. Like, one of the things I highlighted early on was the fact that we saw him always look for the air fireball. He's one of the best at it. He'll like neutral jump, and right before he lands, he'll do the OD air fireball, catch people trying to catch his landing, all kinds of cool stuff. Right there, the first one we saw, Psycho slid right up under it and got a punish, right? So Kawano actually put the brakes on that strat a little bit, conditioned him with other things, and then when he would do it, it would be more point blank, right? So there wasn't that much of an opportunity to slide under. Very, very smart adjustments.
Well, looks like it's going to be Sean, and it's going to be another Kimberly for sure, but we're trying to figure out who are they going to send over to deal with my man Sean. But let's take a look at this replay one more time. Again, Psycho started very well. I feel like it was more so on the side of Kawano, slowing down to see exactly how Psycho approaches. Once he lost that one game, that's when he got more comfortable. Like you said, trying to throw off those antis with the fireballs. But I think after a while, he actually just started playing a little more safe and just been more grounded. So
yeah, absolutely. I think this was one of the more grounded sets I've seen from Kawano, honestly. Like, yeah, that was the headshot that I was talking about from the point blank fireball. But yeah, he's usually good at the shenanigans with those air fireballs, but in this set, he was like, I'm just going to stick to the ground, as you said, play very safe and just stoic. Well done from Kawano, even in the face of somebody as impressive as Kimberly, right? Yeah, she ain't going nowhere right there. So fast on the super.
And on top of that, took away the elbow from Psycho, trying to bait out those DPs. So that kind of kept them more grounded on top of that, just to piggyback on what you said there. So
yeah, 100% right there. That's something that you got to be really aware of, right? And I love Kawano getting the landing frame. Like, a lot of those moves have a lot of recovery when landing, right? Whether it be a dive kick, whether it be the elbow drop like that. Correct. So you don't have to be scared when you're actually in range of the anti-air, because it will clip them on the ground. Super sick.
Now, I wonder. Now, let's see. If I was Good 8 Squad against Kimberly, definitely keep Mochi in the back burner.
Yeah,
I don't know how he feels like the Dowsum side of things, but I do believe we might see.
Yeah, I think we're going to see Pugera for sure.
I think it's Pugera. I would do Pugera.
Mochi, I would have loved to see. I'm a huge fan of his Dawson. He's actually had some of the sickest plays, I think, in Street Fighter 6. But against Kimberly, that sounds like an oppression session, to take one out of your book, that you do not want to see. So I'm going to assume Pugera as well, simply because I think they're saving Gachikun for Punk, right? Like I said earlier, I think Rashid's got some juice against Cammy with the press backs, like that Stan Fierce being able to not only check her on the ground, but if she goes to the dive kick, it's got a high enough hitbox to usually catch people trying to take their turn back that way. So I think they'll save him for there, but of course, we're going to find out soon.
We'll see. Listen, historically, I would definitely send Mochi to go up against Punk the God, only because Punk don't really like dealing with that character. There's one thing that Punk has done for years is give a lot of props to the character Dowson, because people always put him under the radar. Yeah. I mean, it's a different game compared to 5, but let's see. Again, I don't think he's going to send Mochi, but I would love to see him just for the throwback side of things. Yeah,
that would be sick, man. He really does. He really has some of the sickest plays that I've seen so far. So I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully we get it. Pugera on the other end as well. Maybe they're rethinking that because he plays JURI and obviously Sean. And then we got a lot of JURI experience in North America with Nephew, Jack, and the like, right? So very strong competitors in North America right there. They might be looking to try to exploit the lack of matchup experience against Dawson, because we don't really have many Dawsons in North America, right? When you think of Dawson off the top of your head, you think of people like Monsieur Crimson or YHC Mochi, not so much the stateside of things. Not to disrespect any of our stateside Dawsons, it's just, you know, these fellas have been doing it big for a while.
Yeah, shout out to Doc Morales, though. I see you. I know you want to come up with that sim, though.
Louis Man as well.
Louis Man
not
as well.
stateside, but Dominican Republic adjacent, you feel me?
No, now you had it right. You had it right for sure. But definitely we're about to get that announcement pretty soon. I think I'm going to have to safe to say it's Pugera. Good credit to Pugera for rocking out with us in Street Fighter 6. For a hot minute, I saw that he was under the radar, but they put him in the SFL and he's ready. But it looks like we're going to go to the stage right quick to see the announcement.
中堅は YHC モチダルシムクラシックで
Look at that! That was on par. I was on lure. Woo! That man is dusty. Let me see what's saying. Yes. Yes. 44. Ooh, Sean, you ready?
Plays out right. YHC Mochi was the choice after all. We were speculating that the Dawson was going to stay on the bench simply because of how aggressive and mix-up heavy Kimberly can be. And, you know, the defense from Dawson leaves a little bit to be desired, but YHC Mochi says, I'm 44 years old. I got the experience to make up for any lack of defense that my character may have. And he's a Dawson specialist, right? We have known him playing Dawson since Street Fighter 4 has been a premier Dawson in the fighting game community. So my man knows how to navigate this character, and I can't wait to see how he does up against Shine's Kimberly.
I'm surprised he don't got no white hairs on his head, considering he's been playing Dawson for his whole entirety of the FTC. I'm going to be real with you.
Yeah,
but back to what I was saying. He likes playing against, I mean, Dawson naturally is a defensive character, right? But Mochi's always active. So it's up to Shine to stick on him like white on rice. But it might be an annoying kind of thing for Shine if he's not getting what he really wants in terms of offense. But obviously, I think the main play here is the slide or a sweep for a whiff punish. That is, of course, if YAC Mochi is just throwing those frivolous limbs from full screen. But I don't think that's going to be the case here.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? In a matchup like this, you got to be really quick with your decision-making and processing speed. And Mochi, having so much experience on Dawson, he's one of the best at it, honestly. I've seen him manipulate people with the air yoga float as well, literally like using it as a footsie tool, floating in, floating back, baiting stuff out, getting punishes that way. So these players on Dawson are nasty. You just got to give them a chance. Shine, in his side of things, you cannot give them a chance, right? Like you said before, you got to get the QC going, close quarters combat, suffocate them so that they can get that range and utilize all of Dawson's amazing tools from a distance.
I definitely want to see Shine. If he could snipe out an early defensive drill from Mochi, that is a perfect crouching fierce. So I want to see if he could take it to him. I want to see how you open up. You know me, I love some rush down, so I'm always about the epitome of opening somebody up.
Oh, yeah. And these are the opposite ends of the spectrum, right? This is one of the best things about fighting games, seeing two characters with complete opposite archetypes go at it and see how the players navigate each other. And, you know, obviously we've been talking a lot about Dawson being frustrated by the Kimberly rushdown, but I've mentioned it, right? It can be very annoying on the Kimberly side of things as well. If Mochi's elusive, if he's slippery, if he doesn't get caught by Shine and keeps the full screen, picks the right limbs, baits him out with the drills and the yoga floats, all kinds of cool stuff available to both of these characters. And of course, Shine looking to put FlyQuest on the board and hand Good 8 Squad their first loss of the World Championships. They still are undefeated, 4-0 over both sets. Let's get into it.
Man, this is, yeah, they look. All right. Yep, already at that range. That's where you play footsies with Dawson. It's back there. No, I like about Dawson as well. You get lulled to sleep, just keeping an eye on that fireball for too long. That way, of course, getting away with those teleports for the mix-ups, baiting out those parries so you can get those easy throws for the big damage.
Yeah, already. Mochi already so good at covering his ankles and even falling with the roundhouse, catching Shine on the OD run.
All right, stand strong, raise the right. That's when I'm looking for the crouching roundhouse for the whip punish to get the party started. Wailing at the drive gauge, and his Shine hasn't even got close yet. Already, that was the first attack there on the jump in.
Mochi now going to be able to back throw him in the corner. Let's go to work. Oh, faked him out with the float. saw the parry was being held. Oh yeah, that's plus. You gotta deal with this. Oh my goodness, and the dive kick when he caught Shine, trying to press back. You don't take your turn like that, sir.
Yo, he is getting busy with Sim. Come on over here. Touch this athlete's foot right here. Full screen. Oh,
the double dap up, full screen.
The double dap. I like that. There's the stand shot. That was the first one of the match. Oh no, reading the offensive patterns of Shine here with that perfect parry.
A little bit of flub on the combo, trying to get that low grab right there. Scoop her up by the legs, and the teleport away, perfectly spaced to whip punish. Mochi is cooking right now.
Oh, look at this. Yeah, now we're back. I like how he just mounts some offense and just dips. Oh yeah, there it is. And now Shine got him where he wants him. Stay on him, white on rice. Oh, avoid the explosion.
Mochi's so good at knowing the timing of the can right there, able to get out and avoid it with the cinematic throw. Oh, to the other side we go.
The air reset, and he was winning the challenge too, Mochi.
Gonna say he was trying to strike a deal with him.
Oh, that's the handshake back. Bars. 8, and we got enough, and you gotta watch the show and think about it, Shine.
And man, when it was that quick, I would have expected Kimberly to be the one with the dub. But Mochi, we talked about it, right? The processing speed, 44 years old. He's got so many years of Dawson experience. This dude is second nature to all these situations he finds himself in. He knows the correct answer, easy.
This guy's dealt with Young, Abel, Rashid, you name it all. Anything that can impress, he's ready. So this is kind of looking light to him. And then credit to Mochi, it's not much he has to worry about in terms of the neutral besides the runs, or random elbows and stuff like that. Because it's not like no fireball placements or anything from a character like Kimberly, right? So he got clear airspace, is what I'm trying to say here.
Oh, finally Shine finds a perfect whip punish in behind a limb with a drive rush. Always love seeing that.
Unhand me. Oh, look at that, not getting thirsty with the teleport. That's what Shine's looking for, so Mochi's definitely sizing him up.
Gonna throw him back as well. Oh, look at the parry off of the plus frames. He's been representing it quite a bit. We'll see if Shine starts going for throw a bit more. Try to take advantage of that or establish some different conditioning.
There we go. Shine taking the sweet old time. You do have a nice lead here, my boy, so there's not much you really need to worry about.
Oh, the alley-oop.
Why, you worried about a little fire? Relax. Walk and block. It's not bad. I get it. He don't want to block it and deal with a teleport mix-up. I get it.
Man, the limbs, bruh. Catching him in every which way, but again, snipes the little moment he had with that fireball startup, and that's what I talked about, right? We've seen a lot of parry from Mochi. Go for the throw, but he messed up the meaty. That hurts.
That really threading the needle with that one.
See how quick Mochi recognized that he jumped and went with a roundhouse. Very, very smart. Getting the air-to-air out. Oh, my Lord! Mochi setting up shot, baiting him into the teleport just to kick him in the face. One round away from a 2-0.
He was definitely ready for that one. It was all part of the plan, for sure. All right, stand strong, Zode. Oh, no, where you going, my friend?
Goodness, the fast fall with the jump medium punch to dodge that. Nah, Mochi's ridiculous.
He's ridiculous. That is sent now, no?
Oh, there we go, there we go. Shine getting up in. Still couldn't get a full conversion, though. Ooh. Oh, there we go, there we go.
Here we go, set it up, yep. Good block. The defense, but got opened up by the low forward, but didn't get much. It wasn't a count hit.
Yeah, exactly. Nice check on the teleport that time, not letting him escape for free at the very least. Overheads blocked left and right. Mochi's defense, like we said, more than makes up for the lack of the